Hello, welcome to your reading, Geminis, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is timeless. Trust that when you have been guided to this video, that's when this is the time for your clear messages. All right, so tapping into the Gemini collective energy for the collective. All right, strength, courage, confidence, power, to be fierce through the journeys is not an easy task. To become strength within, there has been a battle on the exterior to be able to create that ability to exude confidence, to get through what has been in conflict, what has been gearing you to not want to fight off the energy of the warrior, the wisdom. This is inner strength through the times of needing to have success in the growth, success in yourself, the self-awareness of how strong you truly are and how far you have gone. Allowing yourself to be free in who you are. Bringing the awareness, but not letting it take you down. Allowing yourself to rise as the soft warrior. Your strength and courage have brought you power. It's not about exuding power on others, but it's about the power in yourself. Sometimes you even surprise yourself, right? And I just see this as a Gemini. It's a divine duality. So this is working with your roar, your knowing that not to awaken the beast to create fear in others, but to be fearless in your own journey, fearless to sometimes make those moves, bold moves that really take away the fear of being who you are, being bare, but also being youthful, strong, but yet youthful. You grow your strength, almost heals you and replenishes you by knowing your strength and your achievements and the victory within. What you've learned in those dark times, in those battles, the silence battles sometimes. Always trying to show up as somebody that is positive and be there for others. Sometimes we need to understand that we are strong, but we are still human. We can't face everything. So it's a time to realize that even though you are so strong, some battles are not worth fighting, and just simply the awareness of the choices, the moves, the solar plexus chakra. This is the energy where we hold a lot of emotional guilt. This is about opening yourself up to the awareness of not holding on to things that have made you stronger, and the power to understand your light within is so potent and powerful on its own. We also need to recharge, heal. Number 3, so that's also about the power that you hold in the stages as having to have the courage to not always be as strong as we want to be, and that's okay. All right, Gemini. So the solar plexus chakra, it's all about the chakras, the healing, okay. Number 3, yellow, element fire, glands, pancreas, adrenaline, keywords, I can. Solar plexus chakra is located between the navel, just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. Oh, it's like the power card, right? The power, confidence, self-esteem, willpower, vitality. Oh, wow. Yeah, so that is definitely the energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded. So this chakra is associated with clairsentience, inner feeling, which is the major psychic perception area. To balance the chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance, movements. So be aware of people who drain your energy, so who take away your power. And sometimes it's that power that we have to make bold moves that realize that some people are just bringing us down, and having to make those bold realizations where it's clearly being shown, but still wanting to commit. And I keep thinking of Leo because but this is Gemini. So you may be dealing with a Leo, you may have Leo in your chart, or you're a Leo that ended up on this reading. But I feel like this is all about healing that inner strength, Gemini. So the strength to really, I feel like Geminis are the duality, but we're not always perfectly centered within the two, the masculine and the feminine. So it wavers, or one is more feminine and one is more masculine. And when centered is where you have clarity, where you own and accept things that we cannot change, and not continuing to putting energy, which puts down our vitality, puts down our energy on things that we really want. But if others are not giving back the same, maybe it's not the right timing. It could be friends, there's this Leo energy. I feel like it's just wanting to not people please, but to make things work, just in Geminis, they they're curious, they want to know why. So sometimes they will keep going at things even if it doesn't make sense, it's that curiosity and wanting to connect and understand. But sometimes seeing that shadow self, it also mirrors on others. So Geminis usually can bring out others' shadows. We can see it. It's blessing and a curse, some more than others. So sometimes when you're trying to give advice or anything, they take it as a negative, take it as a shaming, or brings out triggers. when you're just trying to say something you thought was simple. So this is not giving away, almost like caging your own self because you want to help so much others. You'll find it. Let yourself do the inner work. Let yourself, you're meant to grow with the shape shifting energy that you are, right? So don't it's almost like the balance between two. Don't get caught up in things that drain you. So if you're feeling that, this also could be if you're, trust your inner wisdom. If you're feeling a sense of something, then that's probably how it is. Something is trying to tell you that your inner strength is being pulled a little bit too much. Maybe you're somewhere else. You would be growing, right? It's in your own. Leo is self. It's sun. It's the masculine. It's kind of like not the shadows, but the lights, right? So maybe working too much in the light for others, and there is an inner feeling, okay, that is coming in. I feel like, and with this feeling are recorded, I feel like there is something with Gemini's, it's Mercury. So download, you could be, um, your feelings are being recorded in that sense in this plexus. So you may be missing out on other things if you're so focused on the actions and the creativity of others. You're blocking your own magician, your own manifestations, your own downloads, you have the tools, and I feel like you're using the tools on one area too much rather than just, balancing, all right? So the power. So I think needing to maybe just bring yourself into reality, a little reality check of who am I giving my sun away too much to, my light, and it is causing a reflection of their dark onto yourself. So you're getting their shadow almost, which again is like a mirror, right? Geminis are mirrors for others, but we can also um say we can also reflect other people's. We can go both ways, all right? So we can be left with almost like um an energetic hangover from somebody. They left their bad energy, and that's what's required, the strength. You grow with the strength, and then you're meant to use this strength for vitality, for um, yeah, having the willpower to be aware of people who drain your energy. Need to be harmonious within the solar plexus. So not letting too much emotional baggage from others in, all right? Especially at this time, all right? When you are growing the strength, it could be overflowing. You're growing your own inner strength from your journey, not others, right? Not meant to help others, but if they're not taking it in the right way and it's draining you more, and they're putting their bad, you're giving advice and they're just kind of getting argumentative. Well, okay, that's not what it's here for, right? It's not up for battle. You give advice and that's it. Power. So you have unlimited power at your command. This card represents inner strength, willpower, courage, compassion, generosity, and love. So make sure with your generosity and have the courage and the willpower that love others need to grow their own inner strength. It's not something you can just keep giving away of yours. That's not the way it works. So at any moment, these beautiful qualities can assist you in coping with an adverse condition in front of you or the many surrounding in your life. All right, so set aside necessary time for yourself. So power represents more than physical, external strength. It's also channeled emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When you have balance over body, mind, and soul, and with the power of spirit, Anything can be overcome to achieve a positive result. All right, so every obstacle, every error helps build your knowledge and understanding of the world around you. When you make a mistake, it's a chance for you to stop, listen, and ask yourself, what am I supposed to be learning here? And how can I make this better? Mistakes are great wake-up calls. Okay, and there was a collective reading all about the wake-up call, all about judgment, all about um, truth. Truth. There's only two ways: it's truth or untruth, right? Sun and dark has light and shadows. All right, so uh, as much as mistakes are wake up calls, they also provide you with opportunities to discover your weaknesses, what needs to be changed, what needs to be changed. Sometimes when we help focus on other people, it's easier for Geminis to give amazing advice. But sometimes when we look back on ourselves, it's like, well, we're the thinkers, not the doers. I always say that as my excuse. But I mean, it's true. I can put together a whole plan and brainstorm and all these on how I can figure it all out. I can tell you, but when you're not doing that yourself, people tend to see that you're not getting the results, you know? So, yeah. So equally, they can be blessings in disguise. Just remember your power. So needing to focus on your own improvements as well, we all do, Gemini, not just us. And I feel like Geminis are very aware of what they're very vocal and they're not in denial about, their growth because air signs are the highest of the four elements. Some people say differently, but air is at the fourth element. So very aware and there is no there's no denial in most cases, Geminis are good with looking at all sides and gathering up information and making a decision from that, it's knowledge and yeah, so but sometimes not doing the work and saying, how it's I guess it can rub people the wrong way, okay? Like trigger. Anyways, yeah, so know your strength. Make sure you know where you're putting your power, right? The universe has already shown you, what you need to be focusing on and being aware of your emotional growth and this time of power you're receiving this energy this fire, the yellow, all about the healing of divine three. It's all about growth, love, growth, and balance. Knowing there's a time to love and a time to grow from something that we once believed, right? So I feel like this is the divide between what you know and what you are maybe pushing off or have many different formulas to the equation, that comes back to, well, I am still helping somebody, but if you are blocking your success, then that's not doing any good for you or anybody else because they could just be taking your help and not learning. So, you know, doing doing something for somebody all the time, say changing their tire instead of teaching them how, or giving a man a fish or teaching him how to fish, right? So sometimes we are disrupting other people's growth because they don't have to, right? So I think just focusing on your cycles of this feminine cycles of uh, divine healing and love, and that exudes what you're needed in the collective to grow that awareness. All right. Yeah. So sometimes it's easier to heal others than heal ourselves. And this is asking to focus on your emotions and not bringing in any extra energy. It might be getting confusing and steering you off your path. All right. So even though you're the one that everyone loves to go to for the advice, and we do give great advice, sometimes we just need to focus on ourselves, our journey, and that will help and benefit others around us more than you think, right? And bring in energy that you need for this growth, for this energized, not draining yourself. When you drain yourself, then you're kind of left with yourself with nothing and won't be able to help anybody else, right? So when you grow, you're able to help others grow. Just know that that is energy of the healer, the empath, the master. Look at a couple emotional loss. All right, Gemini, emotional loss. But I feel like this is the energy of having to foundation and achievements, number 4. So foundations and achievements. So this is building structure, building on this energy where there is no blocks. It's built on a solid foundation. Working together with the energy. The foundation, right, within relationships. It takes time. It's not about, foundation on a strong foundation is all about respect. It's about growth, understanding. Like a strong foundation creates emotional happiness and emotional loss. I mean, when we have emotional losses, we realize what we don't want, or we realize what didn't work out. And that creates, a cycle of, you know, um, it's a cycle of from almost like inner conflict, from the pain, from the loss. It recreates something else, a cycle. Something else with the 5 can come in, some kind of change from a loss. I feel like this is kind of going back to the foundation. Sometimes we realize like a loss, a painful loss, we realize that there was something about the foundation that was needing to change. So this could be somebody realizing what they truly lost after the fact. This could be losing the belief system of needing to build a house for happiness. But if there is no foundation of emotional support, the value is just in destruction of the resources, the house, these are just walls. Without a rainbow, without happiness, it's not about the house. It's what goes on within the house, the foundation. Like the achievements of building the house, but with no support other anywhere else. It's almost like there's a house built on a loss. Kind of like when you make food, you bake or you cook. If I'm in a good mood, I'm healing, I'm really putting this healing, loving energy. I feel like the food, it's actually like I'm putting the energy into food that's healing, right? Because Just like water, it crystallizes emotion. Well, so does the food we eat, right? So building a house on without emotional security, the achievement in the foundation is just merely a house with a bunch of sticks. You know, when I look at this card, like this house could almost just be built on sticks. Like it's not a strong foundation. Foundation comes within heart space, the family, the connection. There's three people. It's number four here. It's interesting because there's three people. The fourth is the emotions. And here's number five. So it's missing. I feel like a house with no emotion is not a house on foundation. It's just a house with walls and no windows. It won't support. There will be no supports. So I feel like this is healing the cycles of changing the perspective of how we look at achievements and foundations. And from losses, it's opportunities to grow new patterns, new cycles. Like until you lose something very important to you because you valued more the money aspect or the material, I feel like you realize having all the material, but with no love, no emotion, no family structure, I feel like it's an empty house, right? But with a family, even living on sticks, it's not the strongest house, but it's got love, it's got compassion, you know, it's got a strong foundation, support in the household. I feel like that is why some who don't see that, that is the loss for them. That once they lose the rainbow and they have the home, that's that is happiness. Foundation is foundation is key to shape emotions. The Five of Cups could be also be looking at the past. Five of Cups, sorry, it's not the Five of Cups, but it's like the Five of Cups. Um, the growth, the success, the celebrations are the structures that are built on love, celebrations of each other, and the rest will grow. But a structure built on the past and what you maybe have lost, what you are now just in regret. There could be a loss of foundation. Some people look at achievements, right, as a house, and some look at achievements as the rainbow, a happy family, happy, a foundation where relationships, connections are more important than material. And when you lose this foundation of love and celebrations, happiness, seeing people as value before material. Material can always go. So can people. There's a big shift in regret. once you're left with a strong foundation, a nice house, but nobody to celebrate it with, right? I'm not sure why I got off on that. All right, so, all right. All right, so I was on number 9, soul, solitude. So your soul is calling out and needs to be honest, honored, and heard. The answers you seek aren't necessarily found in the outer world. The time has come for you to step back and withdraw from outside commotion. So this is a card to pause, still the mind, meditate, reflect, reevaluate. Okay, so this could be all about the inner strength to where you see foundation and love in a certain way in this Four of Wands, right? In like marriage and celebrations, success and happiness and joy and just wanting a family. And I feel like maybe somebody you're giving energy to, which is the emotional, the chakra, the three chakra, that foundation isn't going to work with just three, right? That's before for foundation. And I feel like you see that somebody else is not wanting to change this emotional loss and they're just always looking at material, always regretting. It's kind of like a Scorpio energy, right? In that energy of not wanting to let go of material and that, you know? So if you're not seeing the same eye to eye and that's draining your strength, because if you're seeing outside of the box, you don't want to be held back. When you are seeing your achievements grow in the success and the happiness and the celebrations that you have with others, and it's the moments, it's the journey. It's not about money. I think you're not seeing eye to eye maybe with somebody that's holding on to grudges or holding on to the old way of being happy and material and not really ever getting it. And that, I think that's the regret, not realizing, keep going with the material, more stuff, buy stuff, you need stuff to make you happy. And I feel like it's still constantly not happy, stuck in the underworld, stuck in the world of cycles, not wanting to open up the heart to desire and almost holding back. Yeah. All right. So you're meant to move forward. You are all about to shine yourself. Yeah. So you understand that when there's something happens and you make a mistake, you've grown from it. And I feel like other people are really holding back that energy and not wanting to see that, right? All right. So with the three, that's all the emotions, third chakra, power, that you are stronger and wiser and are being led to move past anything that was holding you in the deep end. Anything that Scorpio energy, Pluto was showing within Capricorn, I feel like it is to let go of things that used to bring positivity and now just cause more conflict. That money is not happiness. You just have to keep buying more. And somebody's not ready to change that and have the energy equal the flow of, like balancing the outside world and the inner world. All right. So this seems like stuck in the past, stuck in, like sorrow, regret, or just never being happy. And I feel like you're about Your achievements are growing success with just purely being you, purely being lit up by the world and just viewing things differently. I feel like material harvest 9 right there. Fire, fire is burning and it has initiated. It has really caused a spark. And now this, I feel like you realized your inner strength and your power and you're not just giving it away easily. It's like you're being very cautious. You're being also not as transparent, and you are understanding that the growth within is actually going to help others. All right. Instead of looking at the small, look at the big picture. But it all starts with you, with this Virgo energy of healing and creating these seeds of growth. And it's like now they're coming out, and it's like the energy of you're able to take something negative and then grow from it, grow and cultivate like abundance. You're understanding the energy of growth happens with your mind. You create, and then it's mind over matter, right? As above, so below. So this is you being able to balance the energy and work with it, and be resourceful and lend a hand to those, but not do the work for them. All right. It's all about expansion, growth, healing, and yeah, working with your shadow and with your light. And you're growing success, abundance, and it's like that's not even what you want. You don't want to be material success. I think you just want to create a way of living where everybody has awareness. Everybody has their own happiness, and people are not living stuck and resentful, right? You've seen that trying to help people that don't want to grow, right? So let's see. What is this strength all about for Gemini? Like clarify strength. Okay. All right. Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Cultivating your success. You have learned. You've been wise and you're determined. And this is the energy of long-term goals. The energy you've healed, you've grown, and you have put in that wise energy. You're strong. Is the energy of no longer living for anybody else. It's like you have the secrets to the universe. You have the secrets to success. And it's all about the way that you start from the ground up. You're like the way you plant your seeds, grounded energy, working with the energy, not working against it. Right? So it's very wise, she's very trusting. She knows the secrets of the universe and doesn't have to react. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, so you are definitely having a lot of um, energy, motivation, like jumping in, rushing in. But with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, you're not rushing in hastily and not prepared. But I feel like you are. It's like you are ready for action. You're not. You are ready to charge. Ready to charge for freedom, for truth. Not letting anything standing in your way. But you also have this wise, abundant energy, very mature, very wise. She has learned the lesson, and it has made her grown, successful, abundant, but also the teacher to With the earth energy. For working with the earth energy, you're very connected to the earth. I feel like you've just grown maturity. At the tower, but you see how her face? She doesn't look worried. It looked like she did that tower, right? Like, I didn't do that. The tower's not bothering her because she knows that was not her tower. That was not her place she was supposed to be. It's almost like she's hiding the wand behind her back. The magic behind the tower is that you get to build it upon a stronger foundation, the Emperor. All right, no longer the moon in reverse, no longer seeing the illusion, not seeing when somebody looks like they're a big cat, they're merely just the illusion that people are putting on you to hold you back. And now it's like you're breaking down that cycle, you're breaking down that tower. It's almost like you're in the tower thinking that it was you were safe there, and it was like, and then you realized your strength and you were not meant to be in that tower. It was causing you harm. It was keeping you from your power because others knew how powerful you were. And then here you are, the trickster Gemini, right? I didn't do that. I don't know how that happened. Someone was keeping you small. And here you are. You created the chaos. So we have the Emperor to bring back your control. Realizing you were the Emperor and the Empress. And it was all an illusion of who you were. You're not meant to be small. And we have that witch kind of flying over the moon. It's like a tower. For the tower, you break the tower down and the witch kind of sails off from the tower. I'll get you next time, my pretty. Here you are. No one to mess with. When you know your power, you're no one to mess with. All right. So don't let other people trick you. You're meant to embark on a new journey, page of wands, adventure, exploration. This is Sagittarius energy, going beyond what other people's. And now with the tower, it's like you're walking away into a new journey. You're not scared. You're optimistic. All right. Now that you know your true potential, I feel like you're not using that. You're not using your power. You're not using anything, but you are merely reconnecting to yourself on who you are, taking that adventure to go beyond, to really find out more about yourself and reconnect to yourself again. The Hierophant, you're meant to be the student, but you're actually meant to be the teacher. So what was holding you back? Whoever was holding you back knew the things about you, how powerful you were. All right. So this 21 in the world, completing cycles. That's it. Completing cycles. Queen of Swords, that's Gemini energy. Yeah. That's it. Cycle's over. The tower has been broken down, the chaos, to free yourself from the illusions, and that is bringing the cycle of the world. All right, it's a closing, and then we have Ace of Pentacles. It just keeps going. Ace of Pentacles, holy jeez. Three of Cups, celebration. Your new soul tribe that you're going to be with, and people you're going to meet. There's new opportunities to grow, success. So it's like, the Queen of Pentacles, and now we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like the Queen of Pentacles knows what to do. knows what to do with this one pentacle. She's going to turn it into multiple pentacles, right? Yeah, Gemini, the lovers, you are that energy of love. Even if sometimes people give us shame, haters, know that you have divine energy of yin and yang. So I'd be jealous of us too. Until next time, all right? Know that you have that power. So keep growing within. Keep doing that inner strength. Until next time, bye.